Each time I encounter a snowfall, I get filled with more whimsy than I do standing at the sea. This may not mean much to you, but for me, as a woman who is awakened by sounds and waves from the ocean, and who would petition for 365 days of summer, I get struck with wonder at how the snow shows herself as a match for the sea. I haven't delved into any extensive research to gather how our encounter with certain forms of nature can enhance our mood, but I do know that our connection with nature in all of her forms, be it hot or in this instance cold, is important. Because I prefer summer over winter, the opportunity to embrace the outdoors in its colder state has often escaped me, but lately, with less places to go and still a desire to move about, I have resulted to spending more time outside and learning about the pleasures of a wintry walk. The day after a winter storm is the best. The sky is free of clouds, the sun is shining bright, but its brightness is amplified as its rays bounce off of mounds of snow. If you haven't experienced this, it's quite similar to how the sun reflects in sand. And the similarities are so jarring that if it weren't for the chilling temperatures, you might mistake this winter day for a moment at the beach. But it's not. It's still winter. It's still cold. However, I don't mind it. And I don't mind it so much so that it makes me wonder, just how can I be in a place that doesn't awaken me like the sea, and yet still I feel at peace? It took me some time to figure it out, but eventually I was able to gather just what made the snow a match for the sea. Indeed, what could ruffle the awakening effect that the sea brings? What could bring calm like the sound of an ocean wave? But that was when I realized the snow, while on par with the sea, runs parallel to the sea, but in her own race. And in that race, she does not awaken, but rather the snow creates a moment for us to encounter magic. Just the sight of snow, if welcomed in abundance, brings a whimsical curiosity where our minds are compelled to try and decipher between if what we see is just the familiar having been blanketed by the snow, or rather if what we see is a snow globe that we've magically been teleported to. As J.B. Priestley puts it in his essay titled First Snow, the first fall of snow is not only an event, but it is a magical event. You go to bed in one kind of world and wake up to find yourself in another quite different. And if this is not enchantment, where is it to be found? For many of us, those who live in colder climates, we will get to experience this magical teleportation, to be in one place yet appear to be in another in one instance. However, for the lucky few, we will get to embrace another form of what is winter magic. Now, this magic is not the magic you naturally would think of, like with magicians, wizards, and spells, but rather it is the kind of magic that can only be retrieved when time stands still. It is a magic that, like snowfall, can only be heard when moments are silent. And it is within that silence that we get to see a world that many of us do not recognize, because it is a world that we try to silence with all of the noise around us. It is the world within us. It is our deep thoughts, the ideas, the gifts, talents, and treasures that God has placed inside of us, hidden so it cannot be easily taken. I say the lucky ones will get to experience this magical world within ourselves because we live in a current world where we are bombarded with noise that we use to sometimes uplift us, but mostly it is noise we use to drown out anxious thoughts and worries. Surprisingly though, like the ocean, when we encounter the snow, we don't have to drown out the anxious thoughts because even while she is sleeping, nature never fails at doing her job. And my guess is that as she sleeps in that silence, her dreams are speaking to your dreams, telling them soon it will be time to awaken. But only to the ones who are quiet enough to listen, who are bold enough to silence the noise around them, who know that while in their silence, foot tracks will leave sound tracks called snow crunches, which like ocean waves will soothe their minds. And their footprints in the snow, just like footprints in the sand, will leave traces as clues of where their dreams will lead. I hope you are one of the fortunate ones because I know that God has placed something special on the inside of you that is waiting for you to uncover it, just as we uncover winter magic. Okay, so that's all for now. God bless.